Well, happy Sunday, Sagittarius. Did you miss me? I took a day off, Sag. I could have planned that ahead of time, but we Sagittarians aren't really much on the planning. I hope that y'all had a good day too. We're getting ready for a new week, which cosmically is an interesting one, Sag. And all we have to do is, things will really start moving forward after this week. We do have a Scorpio full moon on Tuesday, and then Mercury goes direct on Thursday. Hello. But the Scorpio full moon can be a heavy one, y'all. If you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, it is squaring Pluto. So there's going to be some dark shiznit coming up, right? Can definitely make you really emotional and tired. So take, extra care of yourself. I find that Scorpio full moons affect me a lot because I am a eighth house Scorpio person. I have Mercury in Scorpio. Scorpio rules my seventh house. Like all the things, Sagittarius. And so, you may find things coming up with other people because it's showing up here, Sag. I'm going to keep it real with you. But, on the flip of this is that your third eye is lit. So a lot of downloads. There could be too, I feel like some things coming up for you. Uh, it's it's very interesting because the way it comes up with Scorpio energy is that it's kind of dark, right? It's kind of dark, but you know, this could have to do with really thinking about the past. Um, and, it really has to do with the heart space, right? And so it will lead, and always, Scorpio energy is about death and rebirth, y'all. Like, and especially people with heavy Scorpio tend to really transform all the time. And that's something that Scorpio is used to. They know, that it has to happen. And when these things come up, they could be coming up to bring you better things. To, especially Scorpio energy tends to bring up hidden pain from the depths, some stuff maybe we're holding on to, we need to let go of. And what's interesting is that you are moving in duality this week again. Okay. It was literally last week with the readings was like the most confusing that I feel like in your readings I've experienced, because it was so much of this energy of this and that are true. And yes, y'all, Heidi talks a lot. So if that isn't like your flow with readings, then, I might not be the one for you. But yeah, I definitely do. And you're going to hear it. So yeah, we were very much moving in duality last week. And it looks like we are moving in duality, but it's very grounded, y'all. Yay us. It's very grounded because, in this energy here, like we're in such mature energy too. Let me just say that. And that is very good. And we're very much moving through King and Queen of Pentacles energy, which is so good. I often actually see Sagittarius in the Queen of Pentacles. Yes. And it was actually a friend who had pointed that out to me. Yeah. So you may be wanting to spend time alone. There could be a lot of being in the headspace, a lot of thinking, but also a lot of feeling, right? And it's funny because it's length, so it's like thinking about time, thinking about, you're also thinking about the past. So this is actually does feel like you're thinking about up till now, or thinking about the past, or thinking about how long for things, time really seems to be involved here. What's going on around you is this keeps coming up too in regards to other people. This very much reminds me of the Three of Cups energy. It's a very people working together, towards common goals. And, all of this, I feel like, is going to bring this back. If you've been having difficulty with people around you or getting people to see your point of view, there's a much better time with people coming. And maybe we've been working up to this, who knows? The actions for you, according to the Oracle, is balance. Really needing to find balance in your life, like find time for people, find time for fun. I've been speaking about this a lot. Don't be all one thing. Like, it's important to do what you got to do, right? Especially for work. But we are always more successful when we balance our life, when we have as much joy as we have work. And that's really what it's telling you. And it may be very difficult with people this week. Kind of the feeling like people just don't get you or just don't understand you. And it's funny because we also may be really facing the dark things about ourselves, so it's like we're also dealing with that from other people and really questioning our relationships, right? So you might be thinking about people, especially the people around you, people who have been in your life for a long time, and just really questioning whether they work, whether you can be on the same page, what relationships still deserve your attention and what relationships have to go. And we've been thinking about that like a lot. And so, with this thinking energy, you may need to separate yourself a little bit to figure it out. That's that take a step back. What can be saved to your Sag with your connections? What is worth still putting energy into? Even what can be healed. You could be thinking about that. And underneath the deck was the King of Cups. So you're definitely feeling the Scorpio. That's a lot of feelings. The King of Cups, you may just be there, some things coming up you might just need to make sense of, to get a hold of, especially emotion wise. And it feels like what you're thinking about is what is good for you. What's good for me? Queen of Pentacles. What makes sense for me? And that could be about relationships because that is cups. Amen, amen. Because this is how you're approaching things now, from a Pentacles place, and this is about in your daily life, right? And in the physical realm, not the spiritual realm, like, and we're not even fantasy, in your life, what makes sense, and there could be emotions coming up that are calling to be balanced out, calling to be grounded. And being how that's underneath the deck, it's just like really making sense of things, Sag. Yay. Okay, from a grounded aspect. So your energy is the Ace of Wands and the Lovers. Okay. So you may be feeling inspired towards new relationships. Definitely making decisions based on your intuition and from a positive place. And it's so interesting that for this week ahead, there's aces. Because the full moon's all about releasing, but I feel like you're feeling inspired and you're making decisions based on inspiration, based on what moves you, right? It could also be based off of new things, for sure, but there's a fire being lit, Sag. There's a spark. It could be another person who brings that spark in for you, right? It could be, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. And the Lovers also, it is the heart head thing, but it is Gemini. So there could be a person who has really inspired you because Gemini is about communication. But it could also be you're on the verge of making decisions based on passion and inspiration. Tell us about the lovers. The lovers. Six of Pentacles reversed. Isn't that interesting? Tell me about the lovers. The lovers. Ooh, Page of Cups. Wowza. So you really are receiving, Sagittarius. It feels like you're being inspired. But I don't feel like you're actually making a decision off of anything. This could be, the Page of Cups. It could be someone apologizing to you. It could be over the fact that they lacked consistency. It could be that you're able to see something from a different point of view too. But whatever it is, it feels like there is another person inspiring you this week. And it isn't like normally we Sagittarians are the ones to inspire, And look, the Hangman's on the bottom. You're just being called to just let other people inspire you. And you may really be inspired by others. So, it could be like almost like getting a new lease on life. I love it. I love it, Sagittarius. But, we kind of are in some, I don't feel like whatever this is, it's actually pulling you to make a decision, because Gemini is not one for the decision making. Gemini energy is seeing both sides of things, right? So you could really be seeing things from a whole different perspective. And I do, though, think that there's someone who is motivating this. They're very much motivating you. In your heart space this week, the Empress, yes, hello, with the Fool reversed. Interesting. I feel like in terms, and I feel like this is you, Sag, you might be confronting and really focused on healing, ways in which you didn't honor yourself, or maybe even ways with the Fool reverse that's usually talking about irresponsible behavior, impulsive behavior. There's just a lot here about self-healing and really about you addressing you, and there's nothing wrong with that. But let's see this Empress and Fool reversed. Ooh. Eight of Wands. Yeah, you're changing some behaviors of your own here, Sag. And how that can look is like not being impulsive, right? Putting the time into things. It can also not making any rash decisions, not making any rash moves, not taking unnecessary risks. Because I really actually do feel like this is you. It could be that there is something you're seeing about someone else who actually acted the fool. But Seven of Cups is on the bottom with the Ace of Cups. Wowza. And the Moon. Yeah, it does feel like some confusion is being cleared up for you, right? Tell me about the Empress. Because I feel like this is a you thing, Sag. I'm not saying anything's wrong with you. Yeah, Six of Wands and the Four of Swords. You're kind of slow in your roll. Definitely, because Sagittarius has that energy of, you know what, I'm just going to move on. I'm not going to deal with it. And there's you dealing with it. And really even saying, Sometimes I'm the problem, which is good, Sag. It really is good. You know, this is really positive. We've been coming into so much Empress energy. I love this. Like, it's so easy to blame others, right? Well, it's not really easy. And sure, other people have to face their own responsibility in things. But what I see here is you facing your own responsibility in things. And I love that for you. I love that. Ace of Pentacles in terms of career, okay? Ace of Pentacles with the Nine of Wands. This is really going to be a time in which there could be a new opportunity coming up, but there's also a need for you to tie up loose ends. Like, so if there's something that's unfinished, you kind of know before you can go on to something new, you need to finish that. And that's what you're doing. It feels like you're definitely moving towards new opportunities, but, you know, closing things out, tying things up. What is this Nine of Wands? Nine of Wands for Sagittarius. Nine of Wands. For those looking for a new job, that's a really positive thing. Eight of Swords with the Two of Swords. Yeah, definitely completing things. I don't even think that you see this new thing coming. You know, with the Eight of Swords. Specifically, if you've been struggling in terms of things getting better or finding a new job or whatever, the energy is kind of calling you yeah, look at this, Three of Wands. There may be some details or some things you need to finish, right, in order to start something new, but there's definitely something new coming. So what is this Ace of Pentacles? Ace of Pentacles. And wow, look at that. So it's actually like you might not be exploring this new thing until the fall. Eight of Pentacles. Oh, wow. But it's definitely happening. It does seem as if there is a big way forward coming. But there's something for you to close out first or to finish. And if life has felt really challenging in terms of career and finance, you're going to see that move through. You definitely are. So, wow, look, Strength card, hang in there. Yeah, hang in there. Things are moving forward, but the Emperor also is that step-by-step energy. We want to make sure that we're doing things the right way. And I feel like that's what's happening here. That's what's happening, Sag. Wow. Well, so in terms of actions you need to take, we're seeing it right here, like balance, justice. There's a lot of major arcana in here this week, which is surprising to me, right? So, this is balancing things out. King of Pentacles, you may think, with the Devil, which can really deal with power, and it can deal with those things that we're attached to. You need to, the energy is kind of calling for you. Now you have time, right? That's what the King of Pentacles tells you. But the King of Pentacles makes good decisions, right? And there is a decision coming, but it has to come from a grounded place. Okay, it definitely does. And this may be about something that you've been attached to. Like, for instance, if this new opportunity is coming, maybe you don't want to leave your job, but you have to make a decision. And really ask yourself if what you're attached to is actually good for you. But let's look at that Devil. What's the Devil here? Oh, okay. Three of Cups. Oh, wow. Temperance and Death. Oh my goodness. This might be about people, Sag. Three of Cups are your groups. It could have to do with family, friends, whoever. This is your circle. With certain people around you, what you're coming to recognize is that you have to make a change. That it's coming upon time to make a change. But let's see what that King of Pentacles, and it may be this month, Sag, honestly. The King of Pentacles is Capricorn, but I often resonate Taurus with it. So what's the King of Pentacles about? This could be a job too. You're leaving something and you've been very attached to it. But it's like seeing that for your growth, it needs to happen. Oh, wow. And then Judgment. Yeah. Making a decision to leave something behind. Wowza. And it is really calling for you to make a good decision. You might need, the King of Pentacles could also be telling you that you should get advice. Tell me about the Three of Cups, because maybe the Three of Cups is who you're getting advice from. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Three of Cups for Sag. The Magician. Wow, so much major energy here. Yeah. I'm not even sure this is leaving people behind. This really has to do with this Devil energy. Something you're attached to. I feel like you're getting advice. Four of Wands. The Chariot. The Nine of Swords. Wow. You're definitely moving on from something. And I feel like other people are helping you make this decision. Okay. Your takeaway is the Two of Wands and the Knight of Cups. This is very much about following your dreams and making plans. And, you know, because you may have more than one choice here going forward. And I don't feel like the Knight of Cups is relationships in this case. The Wheel of Fortune. This is about change. And the Star. And the Six of Swords. Yeah, this is about change. For some, this is a move. And it also feels like some people might actually be leaving a job for a new opportunity, but doing it in the right way. Whatever it is you're leaving, and you're definitely leaving something, you're doing it the right way. You know, you're not jumping on it like you normally would. There's nothing impulsive here. Wow, Sag, I love this for you. I love this. So let's see what you need to focus on this week. That was the Folklore Tarot. Yes, I picked that up. Nope. What does Sagittarius need to focus on in the upcoming week? What does Sagittarius need to focus on? Sagittarius. Oh. Pay attention to your dreams and visions. Well, definitely. Scorpio, need I say more? They rule that dream magic, I'll tell you what. Pay attention to your dreams. You know what is best for you. This is really telling you to really be standing on your dream, Sagittarius, and because something is getting ready to change. Wow. Really be standing on your square, Sag. And it may be that, people try to talk you out of stuff. But it's very interesting because once again, we're seeing duality in the messages, meaning that there may be some difficulties in dealing with others, and there's also a very heavy support with others as well in terms of what you want to do and giving you really good advice. Wow. Okay. That's Sagittarius for you. Okay, Sag. So let's see what your mantra for the week is. Mantra for the week. What is Sagittarius's mantra, please? Compassion is my compass. I am willing to hold space for the experience of others. Alrighty. So let's have a good week, Sag.